Hi everyone, my name is Cheyenne Hawk and I'm here to talk to you today about the QuickTech Automated Vial Filling System Integration Plan. It's going to be an 8-week long project that we're working on with Happy Apothecary to get automated vial filling system robots installed. So I'm here to go over that today and get a little bit more information about it. We'll talk a little bit about what an automated vial filling system is. So QuickTech is the creator of an automated vial filling system robot, which automatically fills common non-critical medications for patients. So when you think about that, think about your maintenance medications. So your Synthroid for thyroid, lisinopril or losartan for blood pressure, metformin for diabetes, any of your lower risk medications that are not Schedule II drugs to be put in easily filled and accessible things that move quick throughout the day. These robots reduce the workload on pharmacy technicians and pharmacists by giving employees more time that they can designate to counseling patients and other patient care responsibilities. It manages the inventory by automatically updating inventory counts in the pharmacy server. So once a medication is pulled from that robot, those medication counts are automatically updated on the back end so that employees can see that, they know what to order, when to order it, so there should be no risk of running out of something and not having any idea that you're out of it until it's too late. We'll talk a little bit about the need for a QuickTech vial filling system at Happy Apothecary. So a little bit of background. Happy Apothecary has been around for several years. They've got 5 pharmacy locations in the community, all of which have been successful. Over the last 2 years specifically, there has been a significant increase in the volume of prescriptions, demand for qualified pharmacy technicians, and errors in prescription accuracy due to technicians and pharmacists being stretched too thin. So when there's an increase in volume of prescriptions and a lack of work, unfortunately, the risk for human error increases significantly. That's something that they're struggling with. The customer service experience has not been as high as they have in the past due to longer wait times, issues with being staffed, etc. The owner of Happy Apothecary, Joe, has been researching ways to help improve the work-life balance for his technicians and minimize workflow errors, increase customer satisfaction, and modernize the pharmacies in order to better serve the community. The QuickTech ABS system, it's been proven to reduce human error in pharmacies and streamline workflow for busy community pharmacies, which Happy Apothecary is a great candidate for. When you've got a busy pharmacy like that, anything that you can do to kind of take some of that stress and that workload off your employees is really what they're looking for. Dedicated team members from QuickTech and Happy Apothecary are participating in the implementation project in order to complete and go live 8 weeks from the project kickoff meeting. So we're shooting for the kickoff meeting to be at the beginning of January and for the project to be finished 8 weeks after. Just going over the project charter a little bit, our sponsor, like I said, his name is Joe. He's the owner of Happy Apothecary. His contact information is over here. I'm the project manager on the project, so my contact information is over there. I work with Happy Apothecary directly. We've got 2 IT people from QuickTech. We have a lead engineer and a tech support partner that will work with us closely, trying to make sure everything is running smooth, get everything implemented and good to go before we go live. We have 2 people from training and development to help get staff members trained, get them comfortable, make sure they've got all the materials that they need, make sure that they know what they need to do for when this goes live, so everyone feels comfortable. We want to minimize as many hiccups as we possibly can. Like I said, we're aiming for the project to start around the beginning of January, be over by the end of February, roughly about 8 weeks. We've got a $250,000 budget for implementation, hardware, and training materials. Objective, we want to install and integrate the QuickTech into 5 pharmacy locations. We're going to update their pharmacy management integration software into Happy Apothecary to streamline their inventory management system and get all staff members trained on how to use QuickTech and the PMI software within 8 weeks of the project start date. Hopefully by doing this, this will improve the work-life balance for all of their employees, patient care and safety outcomes by streamlining everything that takes up a majority of the staff's time that can really be not something that they need to worry about going forward. So we're hoping that the QuickTech robots will be fully operational and integrated into the PMI software, and that all of them will be trained on how to use the new system. And I'm gonna make sure everything is tested, running smoothly. As far as deliverables go, we've got weekly progress reports that we're planning on doing, the QuickTech training packets and user guides and all of that stuff. And then we need to get software licensing permits for the QuickTech robots. The scope statement, just kind of going over the things that I've already said, justified to improve the prescription accuracy, reduce the manual workload, and enhance workflow efficiency across all 5 locations. By automating the vial filling and labeling process, pharmacy is going to minimize human error, decrease wait times, and allow staff to focus more on patient care and consultation services. By doing this, it's supporting the long-term cost savings of the company, operational consistency, and improved patient satisfaction across all locations. The goal of this is to allow Happy Apothecary to focus on their customers, their patients, getting that customer satisfaction back to where it was, keeping it consistent across all locations. Inconsistency is a horrible thing in business, I'm sure, as you all know. So we're trying to keep things as consistent and as good as possible, make as many improvements as we can. We've chosen QuickTech with a total budget of $250,000 in order to properly integrate and implement this into the organization and get all of the employees trained. So, as I said before, we got scope statement, we got a schedule we're going to look at, the work breakdown structure, cost estimate, some risks, lessons learned report, documents required for project completion and success. So this is a little bit of the budget breakdown. As you can see, we've got the labor here, we've got all team members involved. The hardware, each robot system is about $30,000 a piece. So that's going to take up $150,000 of the budget. So we've got about $100,000 left over to work with. Got the cost for the PMI software and servers. Those cost about $3,000 a piece. So we're looking at $15,000 for that. And then the installation materials and hardware, various things that we're going to need for the computers. We're looking at about $3,000 total for that. As far as training materials, we've got the packets that they're going to give us, the user guides. We'll have some e-learning modules for staff members to complete, and with the HR training and development leaders to make sure that they feel comfortable with it. And then we have about a 5% risk reserve setback, in addition to a $10,000 buffer for any unplanned risks, issue resolutions, etc. This is a work breakdown structure. So the status down here, I just put QuickTech goes live due by 2/27. They'll do the evaluation, get some feedback from the employees. Afterwards, figure out if things need tweaked, if we need to call anybody back out to look at anything, to make any adjustments, etc. From there, I've got the kickoff meeting set for January 1st. After the kickoff meeting, we'll get the necessary licenses for equipment and software. After those have been attained, we'll work on installing the new PMI software into the pharmacy locations, test the software, make sure that's all good to go. And then moving forward from there is when we'll get the QuickTech robots in, test the software, and integrate it with the PMI software. While that's happening, we'll make sure that the server is keeping up to date on the inventory counts and the merging of the softwares, and make sure that that's all good to go as well. After everything is running smoothly, I wanna make sure that the equipment's running before we train anybody on how to use it. That's when we'll start the training. We'll allocate about 2 weeks for training, before we go live. Milestone report, so just looking ahead, these are the big 4 things that I think are important for us to hit for milestones. Getting the PMI software installed, obviously getting the robots themselves installed, merging the servers together, making sure all of that is running efficiently, and then getting the employees trained and ready to go. Uh, as in most projects, the aim is to keep risk at a minimum, which is why we've identified the most probable risks that could happen while working on this project. So I gave a risk register here. Number one, system integration issues. You know, the ABFS might not integrate smoothly with the existing pharmacy management software. That's why we're hoping to upgrade that, get some better software, some more modern software. Likelihood of 3, impact of 4. If it doesn't work, it is gonna take a hit to the project. It might extend the due date a little bit, which is why it's a higher risk. System downtime or technical failures. This is the biggest one, I think. ABFS could experience unplanned outages or maintenance issues. If that happens, it could really throw a wrench in the whole thing. Like I said, extending the deadline, increasing cost. Luckily, we've got a pretty decent buffer for the project itself, but if it were to happen, it kind of really throws a wrench in things and slows us down. So, workflow disruption during transition, reduced output and increased wait times during final rollout phase. It's just kind of something that might happen. Everyone's getting used to something new. Everyone's getting trained. Things might not work exactly how they're supposed to. People might get confused. So we might get a little worse before it starts to get better. Employee resistance to change. We're hoping this won't be a huge issue, but staff might be hesitant or resistant to adopting the new technology. I truly believe that everybody will come around once they see how much better and easier it will make their lives and their jobs once we get this going. And then training gaps. Staff may not fully understand how to operate or troubleshoot the system. We do have some people on standby, that can help, like tech support. If they have any major issues, they can always call, and they will have user guides and manuals and modules that they can refer to in terms of understanding the system, but sometimes that's still just hard. It's hard to get used to something new. So with all of that being said, that's just kind of an overview of what we're looking at for the project. Like I said, we've got it scaled out for 8 weeks, hoping to start at the beginning of January and kind of going from there. If you have any questions at all, you can reach out to me, and we can schedule a meeting, get something going, be in contact. Any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.